Hello everyone, and welcome to Metal Etching 101. Lots of you have been asking me how I do the metal etching process, so I thought I'd show you. This is a 4" by 3" piece of bronze, no I'm sorry, this is nickel, that I've cut from a larger sheet metal, and I've sanded it down and cleaned it with rubbing alcohol, and I am now applying the resist. This is a Sharpie paint pen, and it's the resist because the acid etchant will eat away at any and all areas of the metal that is not covered by this Sharpie. So I'm just drawing the design, and I've got to draw the design without touching the metal. The fingerprints will affect the etch and it will make it a little muddy, so you really have to be careful not to ever touch the metal when you're applying the resist and drawing your designs. So I'm attempting to draw a close-up of a leaf. I hope that that's what you got from it, or I hope that you got something else from it. And here comes the sun. This happens to me every afternoon in the studio. The sun comes right in through the windows and warms me up, but also gives me quite a hard time in seeing things that I'm working on. Okay, so after I've applied the resist here, I'm going to put it on some masking tape, which then will hang over a rod in the vat of the ferric chloride. And you put it, there's the vat, you put it in there for an hour. So now it's been an hour, and you take it out and you put it in the neutralizing solution. That is sodium bicarbonate and water, which is fancy for saying baking soda and water. So this is the cleansing process. Now that it's out of the tank, we are going to take the rubbing alcohol to it again, get off all that ink, get off any of the impurities from the tank, sand it down to get an extra good clean. So that's a fine grit sanding sponge that I'm using. The reason why you want this to be really clean is because the next step is to put it in the patina, and the cleaner the metal, the more even and excellent the patina becomes. So this is the before the patina, and now you'll watch what happens to it. The goal is to make the piece of metal entirely black. That's what this is, a black brown bronzer. It's a chemical made by a company called Jax, J-A-X. So it turns the entire piece black, and that's what you want. And you want it to be nice and even. And if I had touched this with my fingers, there would be like a fingerprint looking thing. You'd be able to see it. But you can see here that it's perfectly even. Rinse that off in the water. That neutralizes that. Dry it off, and then it's back to the sanding board again after this. You've got to push that patina into the crevices of the raised areas and the lowered areas of the etching. And I like to get in there, make the shiny parts shiny, the dark parts dark, give it a nice look. And this step is optional, but I like to do it because the flame pulls out color from the metal. And when you're doing this to nickel, usually you get iridescent colors, which from your angle, it's going to be very hard to see. But from my angle, it's brilliant. So you just kind of, quench that, and that's what that looks like, and that's the process. So there you go. Thanks for watching, y'all.